If you feel like attracting women has become harder lately, you're not imagining it. The environment changed, the filters changed, and most men are still using strategies that no longer fit 2026. In 2026, attention is the most valuable currency. Everyone is overstimulated. Notifications, content, options, validation. People are filtering faster, not deeper. This matters because attraction no longer starts with curiosity. It starts with elimination. Most men still approach attraction like it is 2015. They try to say the right thing. They try to be interesting. They try to stand out. But in a world where everyone is performing, performance is not attractive. It is noise. This is the first reason attraction feels hard now. You are entering the interaction already behind. Women today are not asking, is he interesting? They are asking, does he disturb my nervous system or calm it? That shift changes everything. There is another change most people do not like to admit. In 2026, intimacy itself is no longer complicated. Directness became normal. Social freedom expanded for everyone, men and women. In many situations, it is easier to be honest about desire than to go through layers of tricks, performances, or artificial steps. Sex did not become special, it became simple. What became difficult is not access. What became difficult is self-certainty. When freedom increases, filters change. When people feel free to choose, they do not tolerate pressure. They do not reward insecurity masked as effort. If you are grounded, calm, and sure of yourself, directness works. If you are unsure, performative, or trying to prove value, that freedom works against you. That is the paradox of 2026. There are fewer rules, fewer steps, fewer barriers, which means there is nowhere to hide uncertainty. Attraction exposes how you see yourself faster than ever. This is why so many men feel lost now, not because attraction disappeared, but because old scripts stopped working. When there are no forced rituals anymore, confidence is no longer optional. A lot of men try to look mysterious, different, unique. The problem is that now everyone is trying to be unique, and when millions of people try to stand out in similar ways, uniqueness turns into another template. Being different stopped being rare. Being aligned became rare. If you struggle with approaching women or holding attraction, it usually means something simple. You are not fully comfortable with who you are yet. Not morally, practically. You are unsure about how you look, how you speak, how you take space, and that uncertainty shows up before you even notice it. What works is not inventing a persona. It is building a version of yourself you actually respect. You dress the way you want to look. You speak the way you want to sound. You allow your reactions to be yours, not adjusted for approval. Then you observe the feedback. Once your identity feels stable, the next step becomes technical, learning when to speak and when to stay silent. Most people want to be heard. Because of that, most people talk without listening. Listening became rare. If you want to stand out, stop trying to impress with your story. Let her talk. Do not interrupt. Do not rush to relate everything back to yourself. Stay neutral. Stay attentive, not performatively kind, just steady. That alone changes the dynamic. And this deserves its own focused breakdown because personality, alignment, and listening are foundations. Without them, techniques collapse. Attraction feels harder because the environment rewards selective attention, not effort. So here's what actually works that most men are not doing. First, stop overqualifying yourself. Most men subtly explain who they are, what they do, why they are interesting, why they are stable, why they are worth knowing. In an environment where people filter instantly, explanations signal insecurity. High-value people assume context. They do not rush to justify themselves. Let curiosity do the work. Second, create micro-tension instead of comfort. Modern dating is overloaded with comfort. Polite talk, safe jokes, predictable reactions. Comfort is everywhere. Tension is rare. Tension does not mean aggression. It means unpredictability in pacing, pauses, eye contact that lasts slightly longer, a response that is not overly enthusiastic. When everything is smooth, attraction dies. When there is controlled friction, interest grows. Third, limit availability early. Scarcity still works, but not artificially. If you are always available, always responsive, always eager, you flatten the dynamic. You do not need to ignore. You need to not reorganize your life around someone you barely know. Attraction increases when your life looks structured without her in it. Fourth, stop reacting to her tests. Most men fail not because of lines, but because they react emotionally to subtle testing behavior. Slight teasing, delayed replies, mixed signals. When you react strongly, you communicate instability. When you stay neutral, slightly amused, slightly detached, the test dissolves. This is not about dominance. It is about emotional control. And here's the part most people miss. You do not build attraction by increasing intensity. You build it by controlling pace. If you are ahead emotionally, slow down. If you feel pressure rising, reduce investment. If she increases investment, allow it, but do not exceed it. Attraction now rewards calibration more than charisma. This is not motivational advice, it is mechanical. If you apply even 2 of these consistently, you will see different reactions. And that is where real improvement begins. If this made sense to you, subscribe to Talk, Win, Repeat. We don't collect random tips here. We build systems that actually improve how you move, speak, and think.